Alright, hey guys, Quentin here. Got a little bit different video today. Not really, well, kind of EUC related, but very indirectly. I'm just kind of discussing, I want to bring up to light for anybody who builds Speed Guardians in the future, if I for some reason stop building them or whatever, do not buy this new version of the RX 480E. This is the new version right here. It has some really weird power delivery issues to all of the data lines. Pairing it is also a huge pain in the ass, and getting all of the data lines to activate and pair correctly to the transmitter is kind of terrible. It's very specific. You can only activate one channel at a time in order to pair it. That might be good or that might be bad depending on what you're trying to do with your transmitter, but for this specific application, it's terrible. The issue that I'm running into is power delivery. So here's the old chip. It's mounted to, well, maybe it's better if I use this one so I can flip over to the other side and show you what the number is. It's exactly the same number actually. This is also an RX 480E, but it is the old version. It has two chips, the two 8-pin chips right there and there, versus the new one, which looks like this. And it has a, I think that's like a 16-pin single chip. I was hoping I could go to this unit because it is a flatter unit and it would save space within the chassis, but somewhere along the lines when they were designing this thing, it has some really weird power delivery problems. So I'm going to exhibit that or demo it by showing you this, this kind of what the Speed Guardian will look like, or the guts of one. I just have a buzzer mounted to it. This is using the old chip. So if I activate my transmitter using the old chip, it has no problems. It's full volume. Did I unplug something? Oh, my power bar is unplugged. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. So full volume, that sounds very, very obnoxious. I'm not going to keep this on for very long. So yeah, full volume, you can hear that. It sounds, that's what you want on your Speed Guardian, right? Now, just to show that, yeah, this is the problem, I'm going to unmount the exact same buzzer that I have glued onto here. I'm going to stick it onto this new chip. I'm going to show what happens. So solder that, clean up the wires a little bit. That looks like channel 2, I'm assuming. I'm gonna have to fish around for which channel this is because the numbering scheme that they used is different. It has all sorts of weird issues. Okay, so that should be the ground side plugged in. Okay, I'm going to turn on the transmitter. It's receiving now. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That was in all of them? Okay, there we go. I don't know if you guys barely heard that. This is how strong the buzzer is. Can you guys even hear that? It's barely anything. Here, I'll do it. So I'm gonna touch the bus bar. This is direct 3 volts. This is what it should sound like. That's full volume. And then if I touch the actual data channel out, the speaker is barely crackling. Like you can barely hear anything. It is so pathetic. Can you guys hear that? Barely anything. Anyways. You know what, mate? Let me solder some quick wires onto this thing and show you specifically that this is garbage. There's some wires. I'm gonna fast forward this bit a little bit. It's just ridiculous because I bought 20 of these chips and they are not usable for this application. I mean, it would be okay if you were in a situation where you were not really using any powered load, but this needs to power the alarm for the Speed Guardian, and it's like there's no power delivery to it. What's the point if it doesn't play the alarm, right? Ouch. Okay, here we go. Plugging in now. Transmitter is still active. Can you hear that? There you go. Okay, there you go. That's how loud it is. And it's building up. It's getting close to full volume. So that sounds okay right now. That's how long it takes for it to reach full volume. But I'm gonna turn on the relay and it starts out really quiet and it gets louder and it gets louder and it gets louder. You see that? Here it is again. There you go. So basically, for all intents and purposes, this new chip is freaking garbage for the Speed Guardian. I bought 20 of these things. They're totally useless. Yeah, if anybody's ever going to build one of these things, buy the old version. That's all I got.